Hello everyone, welcome back to Madhugyan again. So we are starting with a new chapter which is metals and non-metals. So this is the very first part of metals and non-metals. So we'll be discussing very basics of metals and non-metals. This is the third chapter of our chemistry. So let's discuss the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Then we will discuss how do we say that this is metal or a non-metal. So physical properties of metals include its state, its melting point and boiling point. MPT stands for melting point and boiling point. Its nature, its malleability and ductility, lustrousness, snourus, good conductors, etc. So let's start off with solid state. So metals are generally solid in state in room temperature at room temperature, meaning most of the usually they are solid. We say usually because there are almost exceptions in every single statement of chemistry. So this includes exception high. Exp means exception, and Hg, which is mercury. So mercury is liquid at room temperature and it is the exception of the property solid state of metals. And second is high melting point and boiling point. Metals generally have high melting point and boiling point except gallium and cesium. So gallium and cesium are two metals whose boiling point is lesser than melting point is less than the body temperature of human beings, which is 27 degrees Celsius. So these are lesser than 27 degrees Celsius, but some metals go over 3000 degrees Celsius, their melting points, but this is just below 27 degrees Celsius. And metals are generally hard in nature. Metals are hard in nature, that means you can't beat it or you can't cut it with a knife, except alkali metals. We say alkali metals, we say alkali metals, alkali metals. This is broken into two parts, alkalis and metals. So alkalis we have learned in acid, bases and salts that alkalis are those substances which are those bases which are dissolvable in water. So meaning bases which can dissolve in water are known as alkali. And metals, alkali metals, meaning when metal plus H2O gives alkali. Meaning when we dissolve a metal in water, when we dissolve metal in water, if it forms alkali, then we call this metal an alkali metal. For example, we have Na. It is metal oxide. It is metal oxide. So when we design metal oxide, Na2O plus H2O, this will give us NaOH. If you don't know what NaOH is, it is a very strong base. So we dissolved a metal oxide and in water it gave a base. So metal oxide, this Na is a alkali metal. So that was alkali metal. There are three alkali metals: sodium, potassium and lithium, which are not just three, there are many, but these three, sodium, potassium and lithium, can be cut with a knife. That is, they are soft metals. They can be cut with a knife. They have malleability and ductility. So malleable and malleability are two properties of metals. So malleability stands for beaten into thin sheets. Beaten into thin sheets. So you might have eaten some sweets which are known as kaju katli. On top of that, there is a very thin layer of silver, extremely thin. That is the property of silver, of malleability. They are very high malleable. Gold and silver are very malleable. You might have also eaten gold, very thin foil paper and a very thin foil of gold. You might have eaten it. And then we have foil papers made of aluminium, very thin sheets of aluminium. But silver and gold are the most ductile. Then we have ductility. Ductility is property of drawn into thin wires. Drawn into thin wires. So malleability is property of sheets, thin sheets, beaten into thin sheets, and ductility is thin wires. So you might have seen copper wires. They are almost everywhere in the house. The copper is used as the electrical transmission. And we have also gold and silver are very ductile, but we don't use gold and silver. Gold because it's not very good conductor. It is a good conductor, but not very good conductor. And second, they are very expensive. And they have high resistance. Gold and silver. That is why we use copper, because of very low resistance and not very expensive. It is cheap. So a fact is that 2 grams of gold, 1 gram of gold can be converted into 2 kilometers of wire. That is a fact that is given in your NCERT book. Next property is lustrous. Luster means shine, which is metallic luster. Metallic luster. So shine means whenever you see a metal, they shine. That is known as luster. And also they are very good reflectors. Reflectors meaning they are very good reflectors of light. The silver plate reflects 90% of the light falling on it. Then we have snorus. Snorus is the property of metals creating a ringing sound. Whenever you hit a metal with a hammer, you would hear a ringing sound. Then we have good conductor. Metals are good conductors of both heat and electricity. The exception of heat is mercury and lead. Mercury and lead, Hg for mercury and Pb for lead. Similarly, for electricity as well, mercury and lead are bad conductors. Otherwise, most of the metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. This for this part of the video. In the next part, we'll be discussing about physical properties of non-metals.